chances and cowgirl glances. It's the blood and the glory, baby, that's why we ride. Welcome back to Cattle Battle 101. I'm your host, Curt Todd, and I have found the lovely Miss Brooke Wallace to do an interview with me, Miss Rodeo USA 2020. How are you doing, Miss Wallace?
Doing great. Just here in Lebanon, Tennessee. I'm from Kansas, but I'm in Tennessee at a rodeo this weekend.
I got you. So, what made you want to get started in the rodeo and a rodeo queen?
Well, I grew up riding horses, and as I was going to college, I wanted to stay involved in the horse industry in some way. But I didn't know what that was until I got to K-State and they had a rodeo team. And I was like, oh, that sounds like fun. And that's kind of where it all spiraled from there. I wanted to barrel race in college, but it just wasn't feasible with all my classes and everything. So becoming a rodeo queen was a way for me to stay involved in rodeo without going and competing everywhere.
Nice. I like it. So, you're from Kansas. What part of Kansas did you grow up in?
I grew up very centrally located in close to Salina. New Cambria, Kansas is actually my hometown, super itty bitty. And now I live in Council Grove, Kansas, which is also a very small town just south of Manhattan.
Nice, nice. So, for our viewers that don't know, so I've interviewed Miss Rodeo America 2019 and 2020. Can you explain to our viewers the difference between Miss Rodeo USA and Miss Rodeo America?
Absolutely. So Miss Rodeo America represents the PRCA, the Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association, and Miss Rodeo USA represents the IPRA, the International Professional Rodeo Association. So our job titles are very much similar. We're doing the same thing on the road. We're just representing different associations.
Nice. So with the international circuit, do you travel a lot cross country or
Yes.
across the country?
Most of our rodeos are located in the southeast, so we'll go anywhere from Kansas, Oklahoma, over into Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina. There's rodeos up in Pennsylvania, New York, and then the IPRA also is starting to get a lot of rodeos in Canada. Of course, this year has been very different, and a lot of rodeos have canceled, but on a normal year, that's what it'll look like.
Okay. See what else I got written down here. So after being Miss Rodeo USA, what do you plan to do after that?
I actually got a degree in fashion design at K-State, so I'll be starting my own business in January making custom Western wear.
Nice. I'm definitely going to get some Western wear.
Yep.
Nice. Do you have any advice for people who are just starting out in rodeo?
My best advice is just to go and do it, because if you never put yourself out there and just try, you're never going to get anywhere. So the more you practice, the better you're going to get, and just know that everyone starts at the bottom, and so it takes your willpower and hard work to kind of make it happen. So I just say go out there and do it.
Nice, nice. So out of all the different aspects of rodeo, all the events, all the fans, the people, the traveling, the this and the that, what is your favorite part of rodeo? Like, what is the one thing about rodeo that keeps you tied down to it?
So it's just such an all-American sport. I mean, this is the only sport that come from something that, was ranching and farming, and it came from a lifestyle, unlike a lot of your other sporting events. So I think that's my favorite part of it, is that they made this sport off of a lifestyle that people actually lived. And so it's just that true American cowboy grit that I love.
That's right. It's the original true American pastime.
Yes.
And a sport that I've got my.
Exactly. The red, white, and blue.
That's right. So on to a more serious question. And I love hearing the answer from people because it's just so deep and heartfelt and gut-wrenching. Are you prepared for this?
I guess so. Have to be now.
All right. If you were a bird, what kind of bird would you be and why?
I would definitely be a flamingo. I love the color pink. Obviously, I'm wearing it right now. And they're just so striking when you see them. And they eat fish, so like that's what I like. And so I'd be a flamingo.
Nice, nice. That's good. I like that answer. On a more, what do you call it? Less difficult topic, more enlightened. What is your favorite television show to watch?
Oh goodness. Well, so I just got through watching all of Yellowstone, and I know that's pretty popular right now for anyone. Uh,
Right.
it was interesting, and I'm excited for more seasons to come out. But honestly, anything that involves the Western industry or horses or whatnot, that's going to be a show that I'll be watching.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. In one of my earlier videos, I talked about what kind of movies cowboys would watch. So, what is your favorite cowboy movie to watch?
Oh goodness. Probably Hidalgo. It's the story of the horse, the Mustang that races across with all the Arabians in this crazy long race. I'm sure you're familiar with it, but that would definitely be my favorite one.
Nice, nice. I like that. I don't think I've seen that movie, but I have to watch
You
it
should
sometime.
definitely.
Write it down. Let me write that down real quick. 'Cause I'm scatterbrained as they come. Hidalgo is the name of it.
Yes.
If people needed to know one thing about you, like they meet you one time and they know just this one thing about you, what does that need to be?
Oh goodness. Well, I hope that people take away that, I'm just down to earth. Like I'm gonna tell it how it is and be truthful with you and just um, say it how it is and be myself. So you're always gonna know what I'm thinking because I'm probably gonna say it. So uh, just know that I am who I am all the time.
Gotcha. That's good. I have run out of questions to ask you. Is there anything you want to add to this interview that would just spark somebody's life right now?
Well, a lot of times people ask me, like, what is it that I stand for? What do I try to promote on my travels? And I always try to promote the idea of dreaming bigger. And we all know what dream big is, go out there and do all these great things. But when I talk about dreaming bigger, I talk about making sure you're setting those goals to get to that ultimate dream. And making sure that those goals are just like a little bit out of sight, making them kind of just that extra bit harder because at the end of the day, when you accomplish that, you really are going to reach those dreams that might seem impossible when you start. And it's something that I've done through my life. At one point in my life, I knew nothing about rodeo. And now I sit here talking to you as Miss Rodeo USA. And it was because I continually set those goals to push myself to the max limit over my life. So that's one thing I always try to share with people that I meet and talk to.
Nice. So you are the living example that dreams can, excuse me, that dreams can come true.
Absolutely.
Do you have any questions for me? Anything you've been battling on?
Yeah, what is it that makes you want to interview rodeo queens, rodeo personnel?
So my senior year in high school, I started watching a little bit of Dale Brisby and stuff like that. I said, that guy's, he's got something, he's got a good idea. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to tweak it a little bit. So I started doing these little like comedy skits. Like my first one was how to dress like a cowboy. And I had on two different boots and I was making a show or whatever. And then I met Miss Rodeo USA 2019 and it started going from there. So I'm trying to be like a great digital promotion of the Western life and Western lifestyle. And my channel is about like a funny view on how to become a good bull rider. And that's
Very cool.
thank you, thank you. So that is all I have for you. I thank you for joining. I'm sorry. I thank you for doing this interview. It's very nice to
Absolutely.
meet you.
No
So
problem. You as well.
thank y'all, Catabata. I'll see y'all soon.